Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Frontier Friday. I am, of course, your host, your best friend, your long-lost relative. It's me. Don't you remember me from your youth? CCP Jötunn. And, of course, I'm joined here alongside my lovely colleagues, my good friends, my brothers in arms, CCPs, Overload, and Goodfella.
Is that how you pluralize CCP?
CCPs, yes. CCPs, Overload, Goodfella.
Yeah, where's the air horns? It still hasn't been fixed.
No, we
air horn machine is broken.
not a single item in this room is grounded. So we've 100% just killed the Rode audio deck a couple weeks ago.
Sad.
Unfortunate situation. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Frontier Friday. We are here back in the studio here in Iceland. This is our second to last show of the year. Next week is going to be our last one of these. I have no idea what we're going to do for it.
Next week.
Next week. Are you going to be here next week?
Yeah, we'll be working hard to have just a bit of a plan for the road ahead.
Okay.
At least 3 months after we come back.
Cool.
And being able to give people context as to what we will be working on.
I think what I might do is this might be a kind of a cool thing to do. I was going through some stuff I had on my hard drive from before I moved. I think it'd be cool to do like a retrospective of like where we came from a year ago till now, because I have a bunch of like the stuff that came out like at the last launch, when we did Founder Access launch, and some stuff before that. So doing a sizzle reel of some,
a year ago and 2 days.
a year ago and 2 days. Honestly, kind of nuts that it's been. It feels like it's been a lot longer.
Yes.
Feels like it could have been 5 years.
You look a lot older than
I feel a lot older than I was gonna say.
He's actually only 23.
He's shocking. I know. It's it's that West Georgia air. Anyway, well, folks, we are, like I said, we're back in the saddle here today. We did a Frontier Monday on Monday with CCPs, Relativistic, and Concron. CCP Overload was there as well. We talked about landscapes. Sorry, areas.
Vistas in space. Areas in space.
Areas in space. Areas of space.
Yes.
Though I've also, according to CCP Relativistic, areas a bit of a misnomer, because area implies a flat plane, a two-dimensional.
It's literally the definition of the word area.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, so we.
They learned.
I still like my idea. My idea was very, very good. Environs was my idea.
We should just make up a new word.
Wow,
And environs kind of covers that, but it's
Area squared.
It was great.
we could call that volume.
Ooh, volumes. There we go. Okay, we're killing it here. CCP Maximum Cats, take notes, please. But we're back. Like I said, we did that on Monday, and then on Wednesday we launched Cycle 4. Cycle 4 kicked off.
Cycle 4.
Which so far hasn't killed the server outright, which is nice.
Got close.
We did get close.
So one of the things actually we introduced this cycle, which I want to talk to you guys about a little bit and tell you about it because I think it's really cool. So as you know,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, friends, family,
yes,
EVE Online 1 second tick rate, 1 hertz, right?
indeed.
We have obviously been running EVE Frontier at 4 hertz tick rate
Yes.
for a while now, so quarter a second.
Mm-hmm.
During the last cycle, as part of the WSD control test, we upped it to 10 hertz just to see how it feels, see how it's
Sure.
going to go, just for a little bit.
Love that.
This time, we're not running at 10 hertz.
I see.
We're just not running at a specific rate. We have variable tick rate.
Ooh.
So it is running at most of the time between 20 and 40 hertz. And if the load gets high in the server, what it does is it starts to scale down the tick rate
I see.
down towards that quarter second mark before anything like time dilation will start to take place. So rather than like slowing everything down but keeping the tick rate fast, we just like give the game more time to think about it without slowing down the experience.
Interesting.
But it is actually running on the server at, I think I've seen it go as high as 79.
79 ticks a second.
Yeah, on some of the nodes. This actually caused a problem when we launched because we had logging in place to like monitor the tick rate.
I remember.
And then we went live on stillness, and then 5 minutes before we were about to open the gates, we noticed that there was about 50,000 logs per minute being generated
Very
into
cool.
our like logging tool, and it
Love
was
that.
just breaking it.
Yeah.
Which is why we launched 10 minutes late, because we had to quickly go in and we just disabled the logging. We didn't disable the variable tick
okay.
rate.
There is nothing to see here.
Just close the door. It's okay.
So
Like,
Fine.
take the bulb out of the dashboard.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Pop
Yeah.
culture reference then, as
Yeah,
you were speaking.
very good.
Yeah.
So
I have a pop
Please, go
culture
ahead.
reference.
Yeah.
When this baby hits 88 ticks per second,
Hell yeah,
we're gonna see some serious shit.
You're gonna see some serious shit.
Yeah.
Hell, you absolutely are. Hey, you know what? That's very on brand for right now. Obviously, we are clearly seeing how far we're gonna stress this thing, which is to say considerably. Like,
yeah, but that's crazy. That's like 70 to 80 times faster than
Yeah.
what we initially started with.
Yes.
Which just does wonders for smoothness.
Yeah.
Exactly. It just the game feels way more responsive as you play, which is obviously pivotal when you are doing WSD in space.
It's 1.21
Downside,
gigawatts, by the way.
Is the load on the server, because everything is happening in a single world.
Yeah.
So which is why we have this responsive,
Yeah.
or the dynamic.
Yeah,
hertz.
we're just experimenting with the values. We'll probably cap it at something reasonable. 88.
Yeah.
It doesn't like basically anything above
Wasn't it
10
88?
feels
No.
fine. Like
I think so. Yeah.
it's 88, yeah.
I mean, 10 feels pretty good. I mean,
Or in Iceland, it's like 132 kilometers an hour.
that's true. That's true. There you go. The
Doesn't same ring.
what's the Icelandic version of the DeLorean? It'd be like a.
DeLorean.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Somebody messaged me the other day. Somebody here at the office messaged me telling me that their like brother or something has a DeLorean here in Iceland. Who was it? Somebody on our team, I think. Like they have a brother or cousin in Iceland that has a DeLorean. I need to find out who this is.
DeLoreans, by the way, the actual car, the DMC DeLorean,
Yeah, it's not-
famously garbage car.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's made of steel. It weighs a ton.
Has
it has
a shit engine.
tiny engine in
Yeah,
it.
it's a horrible
Barely
motor.
moves. Looks fancy.
I've seen some
Garbage machine.
I've seen some sick DeLorean like LS swaps before that have been pretty nice. If you're into LS swaps, we're getting off topic, but so we've obviously we're trying to do a lot of cool new things. This is our biggest content patch, biggest feature patch since June. Honestly, maybe bigger than one in June. If we're being
it's
perfectly
at least equitable, if not bigger.
Yeah, it was pretty considerable. And like one of the things I've been telling people, fairly recently is I hate overselling things. I always want us to undersell and overperform.
It doesn't underdeliver.
Underdeliver, underperform, undersell. Here we go.
Strategic man.
This
This
is-
is like Sun Tzu shit.
Listen, it's I'm thinking 3 steps behind, but so we want to. I always want us to undersell, overdeliver. I think that's probably we all kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
In very broad strokes. I mean, obviously that we want to hype certain things. Always want to hype certain things, but this one we were kind of like we were a little chill about it, and I think people came out and saw pretty quickly that this was like okay, there was some gas in this, but certainly there are with every cool new thing comes a handful of little issues here and there. People have been pointing out a lot of things they love, a lot of things they maybe really don't love.
And both are equally as important.
Yes.
We want people to love Frontier. We want people to hate Frontier.
Mhm.
We want people
Yeah,
to
I
have
mean-
hot takes, strong opinions.
Yeah.
There's some.
This is
some
what
hot
we're here
takes.
for.
There was a thread on Reddit on
Mhm.
the eFrontier subreddit.
Yeah.
Shout out eFrontier subreddit.
Shout out.
Damon Zell posts a lot of his videos there,
He does.
and one of them got some good comments on it. And one of them, I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like a pretty sizable comment and feedback. It was positioned fairly negatively.
Yeah.
But the fact that he spent a lot of time and effort to write a lot of
Exactly.
verbose descriptors
Yeah.
about it is we appreciate that. Like that's great. That's exactly what we need and want. So
I mean,
thank you.
yeah, thank you, guy on the internet, for posting on Reddit.
Hate us to success.
Yeah, legitimately. I mean, worst is always apathy, right? Apathy is
Yes,
so much worse.
Exactly. So this is to write that and get into that amount of depth about it. And he
Mhm.
clearly played the
Oh.
game a bunch. That is like it's a good sign. It's usually like
Yeah.
from a position of someone who has some passion or care about something.
And we can do something with it.
Yeah,
we can work with that feedback.
And like what we're trying to do is we're trying to put things in quickly, knowing that it isn't perfect, to get feedback, because we believe that is the fastest way to improve things.
Yeah.
So a lot to love in the release. There's also a lot to be annoyed about.
Sure.
And I think it's more valuable almost to cover the stuff we want to improve rather than pat ourselves on the back in the things that are good.
Agreed.
It's like a given.
Let's then start talking about some of these things. So, I mean, before we get into anything else, I guess the first big question that I want to lead off with is some people have asked about: are we going to see another patch before we go on holiday?
Yes.
We are going to see another patch. Okay,
Possibly two.
I don't know why I asked you that. Like I didn't know it because I did know it. It was more a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
But yes, we will have at least one more patch before we're done that are going to try and alleviate some of these issues. There have been some things that we've tried to fix already that we've only kind of fixed.
Yeah, we tried to get the audio fix in yesterday. Couldn't quite get it completely resolved.
We had some industry.
Unless something is literally like properly game breaking, we try and avoid patching on Fridays for some obvious reasons.
We had some industry issues last night as well that we're still looking into.
Yep, we figured out what happened. We should be able to alleviate it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I have some notes, so let's go through it. Let's talk about industry.
Yep.
So one of the top pain points people talk about a lot is that they feel like they spend a lot of time in the industry windows, whether that be refining, whether it be manufacturing, and obviously, I mean, this is a survival game.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to spend a lot of time crafting your stuff, but people feel like they do spend a lot of time in those windows. Like they're the flow in and out of them is not quite
delivery,
right.
Tracking things, load blueprint in the bottom, seeing it in the top. Yeah.
So do you feel like this is? I mean, we've talked a lot too about kind of the state of things being when we had CCP Cake Machine on here a couple weeks ago. He talked a lot about how this is very much like the sticks and stones version of this. Like you're really working with your hands during this version of it. Automation comes later.
Yep.
Do we feel like the version we've got in right now is as hands-on as we want it to be, or do we feel like there are still some things in there that maybe we could give people a couple more tools? And
there's some refinement of the current system without more tools having to be added in just yet. Like you want to kind of refine what's there. We can definitely make some tweaks with the experience, which we're planning on doing.
Yeah.
But like one of the comments I've seen is like, endless industry quote, endless industry doesn't really work when you have to like manually drag it in and out all the time.
Yeah.
But like picture that same system exactly as it is right now, but it can pull from one container and drop into another container.
Yeah.
And you can see how with just adding those little bits in, how it does become true endless industry.
Sure.
So that's kind of like you can see where it's going in some aspects. It's not there yet.
But like the load blueprint, it locks you in needing to track. So we want to try to. I can't promise it. We're working as hard as we can to get it live before we go on holiday. We really want to do an update. But it also is there are things that you want to be super autonomous. It's like this base level, big refinement thing. If you think about in the real world, big steel plant, you want it to be flowing as much as possible, where you're thinking about quantity or time, and not as much precision.
Sure.
That's where automation, industry pressing start, keeping the machine going is super valuable. When it gets into more precision, when you are creating a weapon you want for your spaceship or something like that, we definitely want to give you more options as to like the quantity and things like that.
Cool.
So we are looking also, it won't be in the immediately, but we're looking also into splitting this up a bit as well.
Yeah.
So there's big industry and then there's more
little industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool. I mean that is like there was. The next one is the same, more or less the same kind of idea, but there are some questions just kind of about long term. Excuse me, I have one wily mustache here. One thing specifically, which is like when we talk about how this now ties into progression, right? Do you see, the more complex base building being something that you just unlock as you build more things and collect more resources and build more things and collect more resources? Or is this going to be something that you have to kind of like, not necessarily skill into, but also kind of skill into? As you like do more industrial tasks, you'll get more skills into those industrial tasks, use those skills to undock. Yes in general.
The answer is yes. It's threefold. You will get better as you play, the human version of yourself. We're working on base upgrade management, so that your base becomes more proficient as you upgrade it. We're working on base layout, so you can have better overview of everything, etc. Like we put now a lot of effort into build mode. So if you see how much build mode has improved now over the last 2 months or something,
seriously,
just think about we're gonna now put that effort into improving other factors of base building. So I think that's the best way to put it, and then also connect it to the progression of yourself as well, which we already have in the game.
Hell yeah.
So the answer is yes.
Hell yeah. I love to hear that. All right, let's talk about WASD controls for a moment. So we one of the big things that obviously we've done in this last patch is we reintroduced the manual flight controls. We added back some of the more automated wayfinding tools, and we also added back in approaching to static objects like cans, rocks, structures, but left it out for NPCs and other players, of course. So you can't just right-click approach somebody and just always be approaching them at the perfect angle. There are obviously still some people who have a lot of strong opinions about that, both one way or another. A lot of people love it. A lot of people think it's a waste of time. Some people still don't understand why it's even necessary, and they just warp to a site, kill all the things around them without moving, and then leave, and never have to press the buttons at all. So
there's a great game if you want that experience.
That is true. Where you don't move.
No, where you just fly in, you can more easily be a strategic spaceship captain. It's called EVE Online.
It's called EVE Online.
It's a brilliant game.
It's a great game.
A lot of people love it.
Love it. I was playing a little bit last night.
Yeah.
Kill a snuffed out panther last night, by the way. The apostle just didn't get there quite fast enough. Anyway, getting off track. But you make a good point. I mean, this is obviously a more of a top-down design thing, right? That we have this vision for what we want the game to be. A lot of people have felt strongly that the vision feels very evocative. If there are issues up until that, from where we're at right now, getting to that point, a lot of it is just execution, right?
Yeah.
We're not quite hitting the nail on the head. However, there are some things the players have pointed out that are some tools that will maybe make it feel a bit more seamless. Navigational aids, right? Just a way for you to tell which direction your ship is pointing.
Yes.
Camera stuff that we've
I usually just use the front of the ship for that.
Oh, you just looked at the front.
Yeah.
Man, I've been looking at the side. That's my problem.
But orientation in space, like having the sense of speed, having different modules to help you with quicker travel, because it is annoying to warp to a location in space, and then you just need to slow boat for a long period of time into different locations.
Sure.
Having a bit of automation, we can connect that to skill and different ships in the future as well. Like the main point is we are creating a game where you need to be manually piloting your ship in dangerous encounters where you don't know what is going on in different locations.
Yeah.
That is what we're creating.
Yeah.
Now, relying on tooling that we have used as prototypes just to get us going is not what we're going to be doing going forward.
Yeah.
It's much better to remove as much as possible to see what we want to do.
Add back in.
Add it back in.
See what you actually miss.
What we miss from the experience that we want to create. I think I've been thinking about it. Like what is happening also to people is that they have been used to a certain pacing of the game. Like I progress at the next pace. I get to my network node this fast. I get to the next ship this fast. The game is a bit slowing down in terms of like you take a bit longer to clear a site, etc. So then I think people may be feeling like I'm slower than I used to be.
Yeah.
Ergo, I am progressing slower.
Right.
Others are progressing faster. But everybody's game has.
And it does feel like it should be. I mean, it feels the game just kind of has this feeling like it should be deliberate, right?
Yes.
Your actions should be, and we've talked a lot about that a lot.
Actions have consequences.
Actions have consequences, exactly. You should feel like, yes, I do have to like throw the wheel over to get my ship to move, but there's a lot of weight behind that, and as a result, there's
it is a very difficult thing to make a ship feel weighty and substantial, and also like responsive.
Yeah, no joke.
Like there's a very, very narrow line there.
The Space Ghost though asked a question, which is a great question, because and this is something we've already kind of talked about.
We're working on it.
Fixed back camera ship or fixed.
We were experimenting with a bunch of stuff internally.
Camera. Yeah.
Like maybe I could even use this.
Yeah, you can use it. Look,
so
we have a table.
So at the moment, like as you're flying,
there you go.
This way. So if you're flying like this, the camera just stays like that unless you kind of spin it around. Fixed behind it would do that, but we're experimenting with one where it kind of like
leads you almost.
It leads and follows.
Yeah.
So like as you turn that way, it'll sort of like start to stretch and drift around behind you. So it's not quite snap to it,
right?
But it is like sort of like reactive.
You can feel a snap camera currently. If you right click your ship and hit track, that camera sticks to the back of your ship and will not move.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting way to play, but it feels very weird. It's very stiff, and you don't get a lot of information.
It's like those like shots from like a skier when they have like a helmet camera on a pole behind them. It's just like fixing a very weird perspective.
I mean, the work that I know this is a lot of work going into this from our art intern, of course, CCP Manbjorn, who is not anybody at this table's direct employer, direct boss, direct report, certainly not, of course, because he's an art intern.
Hardworking.
Hardworking man. But that team, not just him, obviously, but everybody in, on that team specifically are working on a lot of options, not just for like follow cameras and fixed cameras, but also just like how the main camera works during engagements, how the tactile camera works, for example. Because I think one of the next questions one of the questions that has been coming up a lot over the last couple of months is you have this one camera that is, because it allows you to pull back so far, feels like the objectively right camera at any given situation, right? And we've done a lot of we've kind of nerfed it a little bit now because you can't really navigate too easily using that camera. I don't think you can interact with things as well as you could have before. So then the question becomes like, okay, well, what is the point of this thing right now? Like, what are we using this for? And that all is still being obviously in development. And
absolutely. And there's like, we are so far from being complete with WSD controls. We still have to add, as was mentioned here, the different kind of feeling for orientation. We want to add collision damage, so you're not just bumping into things and nothing happens. Your ship will get damage. Skill shots, like how do you combat in these close encounters with a crosshair
flying around,
targeting, etc. We put it live. 8 days later we had an update. We're doing an update now. Again, this is just an iterative process based on feedback from players. That.
Let's talk about you mentioned skill shots, but I want to not talk about skill shots, but talk about just movement in general with rats, with NPCs. So one of the cool things we've now done is we introduced a more advanced, more interesting NPC AI. Shout out to CCP Dramaturge, who's been working furiously on that. I had a great conversation with them yesterday about the NPC AI, and I think we're going to do a stream with them start of next year to just talk about NPCs and how they interact with them. I know Protodroid, of course it would be Protodroid, has been hard at work trying to abuse the rats and swindle them for their wares. Unironically, I think he's done like whatever the Minecraft villager trading loop thing is, where you just like abuse the villagers by giving them shit and they give you a bunch of good stuff back. He's doing the exact same thing, but with the rats in the game. So shout out to Protodroid for absolutely murking the rats. Nice. Just a real swindler out there. But all this to say, those are, one of the things people have talked about is that the rats, when you go into a site, a lot of times they still move in a very predictable way. And so for most players currently, if you have the right fit, you can just warp into a site, sit there at 0, start shooting things, and not really have to worry about it. A lot of the things we talk about a lot with regards to like occlusion, with regards to speed management, all this maneuvering stuff doesn't really seem to matter. So I guess in the question that I would then ask is, for you guys, in the long-term planning, do we feel like making sure that the rats are not just smarter in the way they interact with players, but also the smarter in the way that they shoot players and the way they move around grids? I mean, I think about it a lot in terms. I mean, I talk a lot about things in.
Yes, you do.
I know, and I'm not even giving you a chance to answer. But to use an example,
there's been like 3 questions that I've taken an in-breath to answer. You just continued on to the next one.
To use an example that makes sense to me, because I play a lot of Dark Souls games, a lot of Elden Ring. You have enemies that move in a very predictable way. They just run up to you and hit you with their sword. Then you also have ones that like dance around the arena, fly all over the place, teleport, disappear, reappear. Is that something that's in the cards for us somewhere down the line? That sort of gaming?
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Like different kind of. The world of Frontier is as diverse as it is old and scary. So different NPC behaviors is something that will be a focus. Is now focus and will be a focus. We've been discussing about these, more commanders who help them organize at scale. Healing or kind of those kind of
AoE type things. If you want to sit still, it's a nice big target for big old AoE blasts.
Danger will come knocking, so it's not about you looking out for danger, but the more you build out your base, the better signal you create for drones to come find you.
Sick.
All ideas from people on different kinds of cool things is welcome. We can't fix NPC Jötunn. We have tried to do that, but it's just impossible.
Listen, feral NPC Jötunn is very powerful. Many have said the scourge of the frontier.
He's like 10% more powerful than the normal.
All right. All right. Listen.
He would survive.
10% more than 0 is still
Feral
0.
NPC Jötunn has not been seen on the frontier yet. You don't know. Maybe he's evolved as well. Maybe he has more advanced AI. Who can say?
That's a very low bar.
Okay. Well.
Shout out to VA. My site is getting bad. VAFX 1980, first day on the frontier.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Love that.
Love it.
He might be playing EVE Online, but hey, either way.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you, VLX.
Yeah. Hey, fuck that guy. Go play our game instead. We're just kidding. For legal purposes, we're very happy that you're here. Okay. Moving right along, there have been some bugs as well. Obviously, we've talked about some of the ones that are the funnier ones. And by funny, I mean horrifying. The jump sound bug is maybe one of the more obnoxious that we've had in a while. I know you've got a little bit of insight, CCP Overload, into why that is happening. I don't know if you're allowed to reveal that, but
it's just something to do with the way some changes in the engine that aren't related to the audio.
Like Engine X physics.
Yeah.
There's an unintended interaction between two things that aren't interacting correctly.
It's very funny that he's describing it like this because I know what the answer is, and it's hysterical, but we can't talk about it. So just know that
I was actually trying to introduce the air horn as a feature.
I
was doing it myself.
There you go.
Vibe coding, and
Every
the result.
Every time you press the button, it is broadcasted to everybody all at once.
He's like wondering why it's not working for his ship. It's working for every other ship in the game.
Exactly. So it is my bad. We'll put it in the patch notes when it's.
We've had some chain issues as well. Obviously, some issues with industry, some issues with the relay.
I mean, we just moved over to new chain.
Yep.
This is a stepping stone just to bridge us over to Sweet in next year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's lifting a huge amount of infrastructure. Moving across is always going to be something that's not quite right.
I know CCP Wintermute has been absolutely nose to the grindstone on the move over to Sweet, as have everybody on that team. Obviously, have been working very hard. And I think, this is what we're seeing right now are a lot of growing pains, obviously. We're asking the chain to do more than we've ever asked it to do before, while we're also in a transitionary period right, between two different things.
This balance of making a technical lift to a new platform, which will bring us a lot of cool features and stability and insight, versus supporting the current world we are in.
The irony is that part of the issue last night was because there were too many people doing industry at the same time. Because we forgot to set a minimum size for essentially the instance that runs the industry service, and it just wasn't the right size. So then our system scaled it up. Yes. Which involves killing it.
Yes. Nice. Very good. I mean, there have been some other little weird things. Obviously, production pausing, which is something that our team is still looking at too. A lot of weird rubber banding whenever you warp in and out of things. One issue where the wind is very, very fast in warp. That was kind of unintentional. I know there's a fix for that coming very soon.
They put the lead back in.
They put the lead back in. They absolutely did. It just cooks. It's actually 10 times faster than every other ship in the game.
Yeah, do you know why? Because someone typed 10 instead of 1 in a field.
I saw that was. I created the patch notes for the next patch that we're doing, and the very first note that went in was from CCP Paragon. He's like, "Hey, I made this 10 back to a 1." I'm like, well done. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
But more people report, give us feedback, quicker we can jump on things. Like with the industry stuff last night. Yeah. I mean, people who were working till 4 a.m. last night debugging it and getting it right.
That's true. We obviously, team has been on the grind. And we'll continue to stay on the grind. I mean, we're gonna have people who are kind of off and on the next couple of weeks. We are gonna be obviously on vacation here before too long. We'll take a bit of a winter break. We'll be doing stuff over the break. I'll talk about more about that at the end of this stream, but we will not be
unless industry breaks again. In which case, I will inform the development team that Christmas has been cancelled.
Christmas has been cancelled. Yes, Scrooge McCabe over here. Scrooge McCabe.
But I think it is like in overall put a big update on Wednesday. The cattle progression, it will allow us to add a lot more different actions for you as a player, so it's not just about repair, NPC combat, etc., but there's a wide verse of things you can do in the frontier. We still what the team is working on now is industry, so you're actually crafting different types of clones which have different attributes, so you're making a decision what to craft and what to equip in your spaceship. We want to add more progression skill tree to the self, so it's not just as much menu, but we can hit it on that. this is now a foundation we have in the game that makes it so much easier to iterate on quickly because we have something now in the game.
Sure.
Base building team, like I said, we're putting our focus from build mode stuff now, which is just super good.
It's honestly pretty solid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really, really good.
Putting it to UI, UX of the different industry components and now adding different things, thinking about base defense and attacks, etc. Another thing that it can be now quickly worked on, landscape stuff, volumes,
so cool.
Volumes in space.
Yeah, volumes in space.
Volscapes.
Getting that in, I like getting from 0 to 1
Landiums.
is the...
Sorry, I'm not helping. Go ahead.
Getting from 0 to 1 to something in game is the biggest difficulty, challenge, etc. Like the treasure bullet, getting something in game. Now that things are in game, it is so much easier to expand upon them. NPC behavior stuff. I mean, CCP dramaturge.
Yes. Nailed it.
Yes. Just will keep.
They're absolutely killing
it. And so there's just a lot here, but it's not necessarily like it's a big update, sure. The victory for myself, or like what I find in the victory is more looking ahead to March update. Like we'll be able to make it way bigger, way quicker because we have these things now in the client.
Yeah, it's a lot of foundational work, right?
Yes.
Developer velocity is the buzzwords.
One of the cool questions I see asked here from BlurpSec. It says, "Are you guys on code freeze? Should we try not to break things until January 1st/2nd?"
Ye of little.
I was gonna say, I think the answer to that is just like we're not on any freeze yet.
No, we have.
It's not even below freezing in Iceland.
Yes.
So please, for a change.
We are always thinking about. There's always a bigger game. The more you break stuff now, the less things will break in the future. So
yeah, we have a sort of a hotfix patch coming next week to address some of the issues. The sound, the wind, for example, will be in there, and we are going to try and get some other like industry UI improvements done prior to Christmas. Those are not very risky in terms of like breaking everything catastrophically. So we're not too concerned about that.
I think there's a theological debate going on in chat right now.
What are they arguing about?
If you look,
no one's ever wrong on the internet.
Oh yeah, no shit. We'll come back to this later. All this is to say, I mean, I'm glad you touched too on progression, because the progression stuff, I mean, obviously I have a list of things that are also very, very highly praised. Obviously, the progression system is among those. People feel really, really great about just like a progression system at all.
Yep.
And seeing how, we saw for the first time the other day, somebody was like, "Oh, what is this actually doing?" Then they go into and check their weapon damage, and of course their weapon damage is now doing more damage. You can see the change because of this new variable that we've added in, because of you've now trained, you've discarded your old shell, you've turned those memories into
made a sacrifice to the keeper.
A sacrifice to the keeper. You have improved yourself, which is very, very cool. So I know that CCP Lorax, what's his fucking name? Working on, not Lorax. That's the guy with the mustache and the little orange man. What's his name? Fucking Danny. What's his CCP name? that guy, that one of those.
Why
devs.
don't you look it up?
It's
CCP lookup.
Lookup. Okay, thank you. Lorax lookup. You know where I was at. Okay, he doesn't watch the show anyway. We'll be fine.
I like how you whispered into the microphone.
That's true. I could have. I think I was thinking like, sure, but I didn't want to like. You understand? Okay, listen.
Quite a bit out loud.
Listen, it's been a long week. All right, gang. Listen, calm down. Lorax, fuck me. CCP Lookup has already been pinging us, you and I, this morning, about new things we could be looking at in the very, very short term, about what we could be adding in, what people might want to hear back from. So you can probably expect, if you're a founder and you're in the Discord, you can probably expect a new feedback thread about this specifically within the next couple of days, if not today, to get more feedback about progression and what you want from it and how it should feel. I think a lot of people feel pretty good about it so far. Some other cool things people like, they love the transparency in the industry now that we have, with a lot of the numbers and for the recipes shown, which is super, super cool.
Yep.
They love being able to split the outputs, which is great as well. I also love that myself. Being able to split inputs and outputs going in has felt really, really good. My God, the landscapes are beautiful to look at, first of all, and offer a lot of really interesting intrigue. Obviously right now we're still working with a pretty base level version of these.
It's just like I said,
MVPs.
0 to 1
is
the big win. the stuff that the team can do that has been working on that now is you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, and sometimes,
it's like to quote Bachman Turnover Drive, isn't that the band?
Yeah, you go. You nailed it.
sometimes some of these things as well, like you do them to get a response and feedback, and it's like there's like that classic rule on the internet: never ask never ask the question and looking for an answer.
Yeah.
Simply state the wrong thing and wait to be corrected.
Correct. Yes.
That'll happen much quicker. If you wait for someone to give you the answer to your question, you'll be waiting for days. If you just authoritatively say this is this and it's wrong, then someone will come and correct you.
Yeah.
So.
People are reporting industry issues right now, so we are on it. This is the.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for flagging.
Nice. Oh, somebody asking. Issues with industry right now. Hey, you picked the right people to ask. Specifically about this.
We'll fix it.
We will fix it.
Yeah.
This is this and it's wrong. Fair enough. Econ Martin, absolutely right. So we are going to, like I said, keep working. Obviously, this weekend we have a patch coming up here for too long. We're still looking for either more content in and a lot of fixes that are going in then.
Yep. Keep the feedback.
Keep the feedback coming. We'll be continuing to gather intel for the team going into next week. Of course, everything that you guys. I mean, we've talked about this a lot. Every bit of feedback that we get from all of you, not just people who are founders, though certainly the founders are the most attractive and have the highest quality feedback, but everybody, people who just comment on YouTube videos. If you comment on this YouTube video, when I put it up on YouTube here later on today, hey, that feedback is going into a report that I put together for these guys.
The third comment down below is my favorite.
Ooh, I am very scared about what that third comment is going to be. We are absolutely gaming the system with this one. But seriously, not just that, also stuff we get off of our socials, stuff we get from just people in our in various spheres, people who shitpost me in the Eve Discord, ask me about that weird game that I'm working on. All that feedback is good because a lot of it comes from a place of at least interest, and we can work with that. So,
Protodroid answers yes.
Yes, Protodroid. The answer is
That's not helpful. You've answered two questions that are different with one.
Exactly.
Was why did the mechanic
precisely?
The swindler. Everybody, be careful. The man is a swindler.
He is a known swindler.
He's a known swindler. If you're a Feral AI, like Feral CCP Jötunn, is gonna have to keep an eye out for this guy. Easily swindled.
Easy target.
Okay. All right. That'll be it for us right now. Like I said, we'll have one more stream next week. We're gonna do one more next Friday. I'll be starting the Frontier Festivus streaming situation over, I don't even know what I'm going to call it, streaming series over the holiday. That probably is going to start like Christmas Eve because that's our first day off here. So I'm going to really kick it off with a bang. We'll have a lot of good fun with that one over the days that we are off. Or we'll be starting from the NBE, just talking shit in comms, listening to Christmas music.
Whoever kills CCP Jötunn first gets a well done from me.
Okay, at least it's not an actual gift, and just
maybe an actual gift.
No, I don't know about all that. Anyway, until then, thank you all again so much for hanging out with us. We'll be going live to the Eve Online community team here before too long, who are going to be doing Live to Feed here within the next 20 minutes or so. So
101st episode.
Right? 101st episode. The 100th episode was last week. CCP Banquet did feed a revenant basically immediately.
It was. I've never seen such a feed.
It was a remarkable feed. Honestly, he jumped in, and I mean, hell, I was able to kill at least one snuffed ship.
We learned about the Christmas pickle from CCP.
We learned about
how he's been swindled by his family for decades.
He's got a Christmas pickle. Don't ask.
He came on stream and was like, "Hey, where do you guys hide your Christmas pickle?" And everyone was just like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" Yeah, and he was like, "You didn't have that when you grew up, that you just hide a Christmas pickle in the tree?
You don't have a Christmas pickle?"
No, of course we don't, because we're sensible human beings.
Yeah, his family has a. It was like a
glass pickle.
A glass company that was trying to get people to buy extra green glass they had. So they made it the story about like, oh, it's a German tradition where they just swindled a bunch of
young Americans.
Young Americans were
hunting
like,
for Christmas pickles, thinking it's
traditional. I'm so cultured. Here's my German Christmas pickle, and Pete was CCP Swift was one of them. So swindled by a pickle.
The bright minds.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Our game is in our hands.
Yes, everybody. If you're out there and you're not sure about Frontier, and you're like, oh, maybe, I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one off. Hey, great question. Anyway, that's been it from us. I've been CCP Jötunn, joined by CCP Overload, CCP Goodfella. From all of us here at the Frontier office, we'll see you next week. And until next time,
awake and remain awake eternally.
you guys have a good night. We'll see you later.